Are you being who you are or who you feel you should? This is a big question. And I've done both. And I think we live in a world, particularly as women, we live in a world where so often we're conditioned for the shoulds. This is what you should look like. This is what success looks like. This is what's expected of you. And it's why so often we butt up against some of the big challenges in our life of over-delivering, people-pleasing, being too busy, trying to get everything perfect, because we're taught to earn your place here, you've got to over-deliver. You've got to get it perfect, because if you get it wrong, someone's going to pick you apart because you haven't always been offered this place, i.e. in the workplace, around the leadership table. We also butt up against the societal norms. You're expected to be at the gate at 3 p.m. to pick up the kids, but you're also expected to blaze a trail for other women and show them that they can have a career too. You're expected to do all the things that keep you healthy, do all the things that the family depend on you for, and at the same time, you're exhausted under the weight of everything that is expected of you, societally and otherwise. You are judged differently by people that don't even know who you are. And so often we therefore have this mold that we feel like we need to fit. This is who I should be to be a success as a woman in our society. And I certainly get that. I've been there for probably most of my life. And the aha moment for me was this journey of fitting in and belonging, particularly around my sexuality, particularly around coming out, but so many other aspects of my life and my place in the world. And when I think about that journey, there is this contradiction, I think, this paradox that we hold as humans, because fitting in is safe. We are taught that to mitigate risk, we have to be like everybody else or fit the mold that society has given us. It's safer because we don't get called out. We're not the odd one out. We don't get judged so harshly. So it feels safe. It's a little bit like when you watch the documentaries and the gazelles all have are in the herd and they follow the herd, because if they're separated from the herd, they get eaten by the lion, right? And so there's this drive for us to fit in. But at the same time, for us to be authentically who we are, we need to stand out. And that requires us to stand out in a way that sometimes isn't always safe. And yet, the benefits of this, when we start breaking that mold or building a mold for ourselves based on who we are, what we want in the world, what makes us tick, what we value, what brings us meaning and purpose, but also how we're made, right? Being true to ourselves and our values and everything that we are, being comfortable in our own skin. This isn't fitting in, this is belonging. So this is belonging in a world because we show up exactly as we are, rather than trying to fit in and change ourselves in some way to be accepted by others. And that's the big difference here. And so my journey to belonging and being able to be comfortable in my own skin and show up as I am has unlocked so much, not just in terms of health and happiness, right, which is pretty good, but productivity, effectiveness, value I'm able to add, ideas that I have, the ability and the way that I'm able to connect with others. All of this comes as a massive bonus for being comfortable in our own skin, authentically ourselves, aligned to who we truly are and belonging in the world. Now, it's been a long journey and there's so much in that. I've written 8 books on it. There's so much in that. But I think the point I want to make today is that it's important. So if you feel like you're living a life along the shoulds, fitting a mold that has been made for you, and disowning the stuff that really makes you you, like you don't quite fit this mold, almost like you're acting in a role, in a play, but there's this stuff inside that's screaming to you, hang on, this is the real me, then aligning to that, what you value, what brings you meaning and purpose, who you are, this feeling of being authentically you and comfortable in your own skin. This is what unlocks the door to so much in terms of personal thriving, but also what we're then able to offer the world.